Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. Yak Gadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to yakgadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake, for all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs. Go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
It's Takeover Saturday. Hang tight. Let's do this.
Welcome to a special edition of the Rusty Hook Podcast, streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. 1 hour of straight talk regarding tournament news, angler profiles, gear reviews, and more. Now let's get our show started by joining with John Rapp, our host.
Hey guys, John Rapp here. Saturday afternoon, beautiful day here in West Virginia. But I had to make a trip into Beckley, so I thought what better way to try to recap on episode 1 and 2 I've done the last 10 days. I went over to, as you can see, I'm at the old studio. I'm at my son's house. He's got 5G high digital access here. And I wanted to come over and hook up and see if I could have a better luck showing you guys a little bit about how using your iPhone or your mobile device can help you with your content creations. If you go back and you've looked at the last couple episodes, I've had a little bit of drag, a little bit of slow feeds with my mobile access, which is this section here. Hey guys, and also, before I get started and showing you that, wait, just stop my recording, but before we get started there, let me get back up here. I want to hear from you. Hey, and Armando, let me know, send me a message if my audio is not crisp this time, buddy. I appreciate you. But make sure you like, follow, subscribe. And like Armando did there from Bass, Kayak, and Beers podcast page, make a comment there so I can know you're here and that you're watching. But I appreciate your shout out last week there, buddy, or this past Tuesday. But I want to go back and I want to talk to you guys. If you're not using your iPhone or your Google Apps to maximize the capabilities of your content creation, you might be lacking. And I'm telling you, this little device can really increase your productivity. It can provide you with some flair. If you watch the intro there that I did, and I'm going to pop it up there again. This intro from Paddle and Fin.
Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations.
Those were made with a couple programs that I'm going to go over real quick with you today. If you have an iPhone, I highly recommend you look at it. And then what you can do is you can use those intros, outros, those logo reveals, throw them into your iMovie in front of your iPhone video or whatever video that you're bringing into your iPhone and do a little editing with it and make something look somewhat reasonable. But let's go back to my iPhone feed. And as you can see, I'm hoping, as you can see here, I'll hit that photo button. So yeah, it's really crisp, it's fast. So hopefully everybody will be able to keep up with me today. And I can show you some of the things that I'm working on for myself at the Rusty Hook, for Paddle and Fin, and likewise. I want to remind everybody, let me see if I got this graphic up from Tuesday. I don't. April 22nd, 23rd, we will be going to Dale Hollow at Eastport Marina for the Paddle and Fin Open. $100 entry fee. It's already located on Tourney X. And I'm telling you right now, going to be a lot of great prizes from great companies. Dubro, Pine Ridge Archery, Ace Adventure Resort, Yak Gadget. Eastport Marina throws in a lot of goodies. Last year, Richard DeVries, when he had the tournament, we had a couple guys that skunked. So he threw in those guys that skunked. It was a 50-50 chance for those guys. But one of those guys took home a Newport Vessels NK180. And if we all know, that's $1,000 prize. So some great things happening at Eastport Marina. I hope to see you guys down there. I will be there all week. Looking forward to talking to you, drinking a little moonshine with you folks. So, but let's go back and let's look at the photo apps. If you go back and you watch the Rusty Hook podcast from episode 1 of season 3, which was about a little less than 2 weeks ago, I went over the photo apps that I use, like UDoodle. Right there, you can see a graphic that I've started working on for some stuff that we are playing with to announce the upcoming tournament. And you can see how there's the basic graphic, and then I added the paddle and fin logo, and you can go in there and you can add all kinds of different aspects to the graphic. Then there's superimposed. This is what I use a lot. So I'll bring in layers of like here's one that we've been working on that I've used. You can bring in layers, you can resize them. Now once you have your main graphic like I had there earlier, instead of bringing in the layer on it, normally I'm going to delete this layer. You might want to put it in as your background. So there's your background. Then you can come into your layers down here at the bottom. It's just out of your view. Let me adjust that camera view here for you. So you can see my different things are at the bottom, okay? So you got your background, your layer, all these tools. So like, there's our sponsors at the bottom. Sponsored by. You got your library of photos. So you might want to even put a picture of a dude in there, right? You can adjust him. Now you can see that it's got some background garbage around the image. So what you can do there is you can go into your cut. And you can use your auto cut and you can go in there around there and clean it up. Or you can use your eraser function and go in and clean it up manually. Or the smart feature, which will go in right around the edges of the picture. Thank you, Armando. Which service are you watching, Armando? Is it from YouTube or Facebook? But as we're looking there, you can still see up at the top, I still got some garbage I need to clean. It's showing in the black. And even down here at the bottom of the graphic. So that's what that's why you use this type of program. And I did this graphic, as you can see, it's from my buddy from, he does a lot of posting over on Twitter, Matt Shepard Fishing. He was talking about looking for a graphic, and so I threw that up there for him. So Matt, if you're watching over on Twitter, you might see your graphic that I prepared for you there up. But you can see I've got some different graphics. I was going to throw up this one here. Guy from last year, his check, where he won the event from last year. So he took home $1,350 from the 2-day tournament. And those checks will be something that we'll work on for again this year to be put out. So make sure you guys, hope you'll come down and check it out. But I was going to put it right in here and use the adjust functions. You can use the opacity. Put it right in here in the middle. There's a blend function too. you can go in, you can do the different type of blends. You can see it changing when you use that function on the graphic behind it. That one would probably be the one I would use. Stretch it out so it covers up all the white in there. And that don't look too bad. I mean, you go in and clean it up, adjust it. But the whole idea is, what I'm saying is, if you go back and you watch the episodes that I did before, a lot of us, we do this for fun. And when you're working on your projects, you can do this stuff at work when you have free time, because you don't have to have your computer, laptop, or desktop with you. You can do it with this baby right here. And that's what's really cool about some of the functions that I've talked about on episode 1 and episode 2, is that if you're not using your iPhone or the graphics or the programs to their full potential, then you might be missing out. And and this is the time of year for a lot of us that are frozen in, snow's on the ground, and we're all cleaning our equipment, working on rigging up the 2023 new kayaks. But you also need to be working on your materials that you're going to use for your upcoming videos. All of us, if you've been watching our Facebook feed and the kayak fishing community, you're seeing a lot of guys posting, hey, I'm now a part of this pro staff team, or I've been selected as a fishing team member here. And when you're doing that, you need to have the hashtags, you need to have the graphics to be able to flop up on your feeds to show those companies that you're representing and you're supporting. So I will show you some videos here that I was trying to show last week, but because of the lag, it wasn't as good as I would have liked. I've talked a lot about IntroMate last week, and you can see all the different projects that I've done. And this is one of the intros that I'm working on. That's also down at Dell Hollow. Full screen right there, and you can see the marina. I'm going to delete the text here for you guys. I want you to see this beautiful location. This is that's the resort. Those are the houseboats that you stay on if you rent and you stay down at the lake. I highly recommend those locations. It's a great time. Richard, I look forward to seeing you guys. The location there where you see the glowing lights, that's the main facility, and that's actually where the lights are glowing, is where the fishing shop is with Richard. He has a bunch of kayak stuff in there. Bending branches, paddles, some yak attack, a lot of good stuff in there from the kayak fishing industry, on top of batteries and stuff for the guys that have the big boats and the glitter boats and stuff. But last year I think I stayed in the last houseboat on the right. I was there for a week, and the great thing about it was, on the other side that you can't see, a little canal back there, you can go right in with your kayaks and park right along the dock, leave them docked up, rigged up, and then just head out in the morning or head out in the evening anytime you want to go fish while you're pre-fishing, or on tournament morning, just pack up and go. But I'm not going to save that. Show you like I did this angler spotlight graphic. So I have an angler spotlight series that I do here on the show. I did that for Feel Free. I host the Feel Free Fishing Team podcast. But all kinds of different, really cool. Here's the Rusty Hook one. And anybody, I would love to have you guys who want to reach out and like to be part of my show. I would love to be able to interview you and do some things like that for you. Here's a graphic that I put together. for Randy Newton when I did his profile. Let me show you that full screen. It's just a different template that you can throw up. So really a great program. If you watched my intro at the beginning, I was showing you there a little bit ago. Here's the paddle and fin intro graphic that I put together for them boys. Man, I love this high-speed internet. Love the fact that I'm able to use Benjamin's stuff up here and show you guys live how you can do things on your phone. If you saw the intro that we used for the last 6 months, here's a few. We had different intros for different shows that we have. And like, I know Brian's been working on a new intro, but this is part of the one that I've used. It's called Glitch. But here is where I was showing you the commercials before. So I want to show you how I built that. If you're interested, this is again the program that's called Big Screen. Okay, there's your templates that you can get. This is one of the things that you can see, the base bundle that you get, and I went ahead and I bought the Glitches and More bundle, Evolution bundle. There's a Vertigo bundle, and these bonus bundles at the bottom. I went ahead and paid the extra money to get those because I wanted access to all of them. One of the things you have to watch, of course, everybody is well aware of with the app stores, either at Google Play or iPhone, is they've changed over the evolution of the app stores have went from a lot of them being free and 99 cents 8-9 years ago to 4 or 5 years ago you had paid. You pay for them. You pay $5, you get the program, and now they keep moving to a subscription based to where you download the program, you get to try it for free for a week, and then they want to have you pay $5.99 a month or $20 for all of it a month or whatever. Some of them are definitely not worth it, so you got to go through and look at the programs and see if they meet your needs. This one here, when I bought it 4 or 5 years ago, it was I paid, I think, $3 for the program. Then the upgrades are like $10. I can't remember, but I really feel like it's something that you guys need to look at. Adds some great content to what you do. So let's go make for the guys out there that might be watching that are recently getting involved with a new organization and you want to rep those. In episode 1, I showed you how to take the graphic, and as we did here before, little recap. Use your superimpose. I'm going to restart. So reset all, okay? Create new layer, library. So there's a graphic that I've created. It's Do Brew Fishing. Put some shadow around it. So I've got that now. And I'm going to save it. Get my layers out of the way. You save it. You save it as a ping. Because the ping format, everything around that is going to be transparent. So that way you can bring it up on your show or on your graphics in your video. It'll look good. Okay. So I want to show the whole point of what I wanted to do here and show you guys is how to use this intro right here, which was big screen. So we're going to go to big screen templates. Let me see if I can find big screen. And when I get that up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up. Glitches and More. Discovery should be. So it was part of the Vertigo bundle. So here's the big screen template as it is. Okay, that's default. Now, that looks pretty good actually. Well, let me leave that up there, okay? So the way the big screen is it allows for 4 different medias to be inserted into the program. So you have media 1 is, as you can see when I brought it up, it's not in the scene. So you can see it there. It's that circle system over underneath the movement full body sequence. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And this little green button down here at the bottom might be just out of your view, so let me adjust that. There we go. That green button down here, that's the button I'm pushing. As you can see, it allows you to bring in the different graphics that you're going to add to this scene. I don't want that there. So media 2 is also not in the scene. Media 3 I was already highlighted. That was blue. So that's going to be what goes inside there. That's the one we want to replace. So let's go in and let's import a photo or video. So I've just imported the Dubro graphic. Why is it white? Why is there nothing there? Well, it may be the size of the graphic. So you may have to scale down or bring it down in there. As you can see, that was scaled down or scaled up. And when I brought it in, it came in backwards. So you come over to the left of your arrows and you can flip it. Okay, so now we have that logo and that information in there. So that's under the Media 3 graphic. So let's take a look at that now. Not bad. All right, so now what you can do there in the text portion, if you look to the right to the left, you watch the text button light up. There's different text areas that you can hit. As you can see in the screen, text 3 and text 5 are the ones that are already being operational. Text 3 has movement. So what we'll do, we'll put Dubro there. Okay, I don't like that text, so we're going to change that font. When you close that window, I'm going down to the bottom, and I'm going to change to a different font. I like that. That's nicer, cleaner. But I'm going to increase the size to get it back to where. And, you know, what I like to do too is try to keep the colors the same. So you can go into the colors that are wrapping around the Dubro. You can see the Dubro up front is a little darker blue than the Dubro on the text, which is a little greener. So we'll go in and we'll change that color a little bit. Let's see. I need to go into font. So I'm text 3. So you can go into font. Then you have your colors for your font. The stroke. I think that's the stroke. That's what the colors are. Yep. You see it change there? Okay, so I'm going to leave that where it's at. I'm going to go over here. See if I can change it this way. Oh, the stroke is black. Yeah, okay. See, even someone that uses it a lot sometimes will make mistakes. Right there where it's showing above the colors where it's solid black is the color that's going to be reflected on the graphic. So I want to go back to color and look at that again. Shadow. There we go. We'll change that shadow color. Trying to get it adjusted to match the Dubro on the screen. That's a little closer. So let's go to text 3. And what I like to do is I like to direct people to their website. So let me make sure we got the right website here. I look at up www. Might be Dubro Fishing, but I got to double check. It ain't Dubro, but I believe it is Dubro Fishing. Yes. Okay. So now that we know the exact now that I know what it's Dubro fishing.com. And you can all capitalize that, or you can keep it all lowercase. Ah, fat fingers. There you go. Let's play it, baby. All right. And that's it. That's how simple it was. So then you can save that using your arrow key up top above the graphic. Let me drag that down there so you can see it. Big screen. So you save it at 720p, or you can save it at 1080p. Just depends on how much space you want to put on your phone. Now you got it there. So I'm going to save that project. So now you can see I saved that as a project. So up top, you hit your projects button, and you can see it'll be right at the top where it's always showing at the top of your project feed where it is. Now, iMovie, create movie, shows me create current moments, select. So we got the so now I'm gonna move this one. You can move these around too, right? Rusty Hook podcast. And you change the dissolve to 2. That way they fade into each other. See how it fades there? Give it a little flare. But that is not, that's my graphic. Yeah, I don't want that. So you can delete that. Hit your plus button, go to video. Recently added. There it is. Add it right in there. Put that back to 2. So then you can play it. Brought to you by Dubro Fishing. There you go. I mean, you just do a little voiceover too, and you got it. I mean, you got some good graphics to work with to add to your the beginning of your broadcasts. All right. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick break. Been on for about 30 minutes. I'm glad this is working a lot better than it has the past couple days, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to see exactly what I've been talking about a little bit more in a smoother environment to where you can see things without me having so much lag. But I want to take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Ace Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for whitewater, hiking, ziplining, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Company, Georgia's #1 go-to kayak fishing supply store. Gear, accessories, and custom rigging. Look them up, westbrooksupplyco.com. Yak Gadget, proudly supplying you with American-made products and gear. Check out yakgadget.com. Feel Free Kayaks. Paddle, pedal, or power, there's something for everyone. Check out feelfreeus.com. Paint Outdoors is a custom plastic maker, design consultant, product reviewer, and outdoor writer. Check out more at paintoutdoors.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. I know there may be some buffering out there, which is really surprising me where I'm here at Benjamin's. It's not showing that I'm dropping frames, but I know I from what I'm looking at, it's constant buffering. There is a little bit of a drop off. I apologize for that. But we're using an extensive hog graphic program today, which is a lot of information to shoot up through the internet, and I really wanted to be able to give you guys a overview of what you have in your pocket. I highly recommend you go back and you watch episode 1 and episode 2. There'll be a little bit of draw down, but there's a lot of information that I speak about that I've recapped some today that I feel like that you guys would enjoy watching. Now, the other thing that I've done in the past, and I've talked about on the other shows, is that when you do your work here on your phone, and then you get home, you want to add it to your post-production stuff. If the graphics are too big that you can't drag it over via cord from your Apple media files, one of the things that's one of the reasons why I'll do a lot of stuff on my phone at 720p, and I'll keep it below 25 megabytes. That way I can move it via Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger will compress it so it's already compressed, and it'll give you the best look when you use it on your feeds, on your uploads. So that's one way you can move stuff without hooking up a wire. Of course, the other thing is that I use Dropbox for my bigger stuff. So that helps too if you have Dropbox. So let's do another quick clip here, and then that I can show you that you can use from your phone. Actually, I found a new program that a lot of you guys might really like if you're an iPhone user. It's really saved me a lot of headache. Let me get over to my iPhone. So before, when I was using my video, I was using this program right here called, where are you at? Video Blender. So as you can see here, I've got that video. It's cropping it down. But what it does is it gives you two screens here to put one video here, and then you bring them in, and you can change the layering, right? A lot like that you were watching me earlier when I was putting a graphic on top of another graphic and changing the layering of it. The bad thing about this program, as you can see, it takes a little bit of memory and space and time to what it takes the videos that you bring into it. And this is a video of a sunset that I took on a cruise to the Bahamas that I was going to use as a background for the video that I just made for Dubro. So I take that background and have the Dubro come across this. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, but not using this program, because you can see it's a very hog intensive program. So I'm going to close it. The program that I found that really works well is superimpose. And I'm going to show you this, and right here it is I've taken some of those graphics that we've made, like the circle graphics, and I've created a commercial. And if you look here at the bottom, you can see I've got two videos. The bottom video is what you're looking at on the screen. Then there's the second video that's on top of it, and I'm going to hit play. And voila. I'm going to hit pause there. I want you to see down here in the first video was a 7-second graphic from the first logo reveal. Let me show you here. I'll go show you from this video here, Intro Mate. And you can see my projects. It was this one here with a solid black background, or something similar to stage right there. It might have been a different one here. This one here, 3D Punk. 13 Fishing, great company. So we'll go back over here to superimpose, and as you saw, I showed you that one. Well, you can take your different ones, fill for US, Ace Adventure Resort, Yak Gadget, and what I did is I made these different companies and I put them up here. Westbrook Supply. These are all companies that are affiliated with the Rusty Hook, and some of them also with Paddle and Fin, or they're my personal sponsors. The groups that I rep on as John Rapp. But great way to present something pretty clean. And this was actually something that I was using for the Rusty Hook podcast that I'm building. Because, you can see that plus button, and there's the different layers that you can add to that, and you can really make some slick things. Audio from device or Pixabay music, that's stuff that you got to buy. Pixabay sound effects, and you can do a voice over layer. So you record your voice, then you bring that in, and you can talk about, what they do. And it's a lot like what Brian has done right here. I'll play it for you guys right here.
Ace Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for whitewater, hiking, ziplining, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Company, Georgia's #1 go-to.
I'm going to mute the sound so you can hear me. But this video here was made from using my templates from Intro Mate.
Check out yakgadget.com. Feel free kayaks. Paddle, pedal,
I'll go back to Intro Mate, and I don't know which one that was. So you can see over the past 5 years, I've built quite a few different graphics for the show. Like when I would introduce guests And I've had several people on the show over the years. Here's one for the Amped Outdoors owner. Matt Lordinas from Amped Outdoors. And if you notice, I'm going to play this again. I threw up the map of the United States, and then in the background I got his personal map, where he's from, which I believe is Wisconsin. So there's many great ways to do that. Here's one that I did with John Graves from John Graves Kayak Fishing. Used a different color, different map. Got him from the state of Ohio, but my boys moved to Florida now, so I'll have to do a little work on that one. But I really want you to look at this program. It's called, it doesn't show the whole, let me get the superimposed video. Really going to like that. And what I did to learn a little bit about it was I used it comes with a sample template. And this was one of the intros that I was working with to create for new that I've been playing with, trying to work on it here. It even throws, I like that effect that it provides with the video, the graphics. So I've been playing with it, and you see right here, I like this effect. It's got like a water drop effect and a glitch effect.
Hey, John, so I have to reshoot your clip.
So that's what we're working on. I mean, just playing with it. And you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers that I've put up to right now. I've got the text layer right there. This is the text. That's the Rusty Hook. And then that one there is the background that feeds the whole length of the video. So anyway, that's something to look at. Let's see if this one's more prepared. Yeah, this is the actual the intro that I have been just about ready to do. That's the full screen version of it. Different types of transitions. So that is what I've been playing with. I think the only thing I haven't done there is the voiceover. So clean, looks good. And as you can see, I've got let's see. Text, and then this text down here has that effect where it comes in, and as it blows out, it changes the graphic in the background. So I'm trying to learn more about this program, but it's pretty sweet. And what I like about it is so much easier than using the program that I was using before, and doesn't require as much cropping and condensing of the videos that you add to it. I probably will keep it for a little while until I no longer need it, but it was called Video Blender. Now I'm going to show you this other program here, this intro aid. This is a pretty good little program. It's got all kinds of free ones here that you can go into, and you can see this one here. Thank you for watching. I've used it. And let's play it as is so you can see how it works. So I'm pause it. So what I've done with this one here is that in the middle you could put the Paddle and Fin Circle logo, or you could use the Rusty Hook logo, and then where it has the two squares, you could put like episodes from 1 and 2 for season 3. My suggestion, and watch next. So that's to be good for an outro. So let's go look at my outro here that I've already thrown together, and a lot of it might look familiar from the stuff that I was showing you with intro mate. Let me go find end. So I'm gonna go to the end. I'm gonna kill the volume.
Thank you for tuning in to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast.
I just want you to watch it. There's a Rusty Hook glitch. Then thanks for watching. Subscribe. I mean, and all these come from using the iPhone. And all I did was there it is right there. Let me pause that. Oh, I can't pause it. But you saw what I was talking about right there, and that's what I was wanting to do. Was show you that. So you could take that, put it in there. You can all kinds of other different intros. I've used this one here for Merry Christmas. Cute little. Here's and also what's also pretty cool about this too is that it gives you the opportunity to add holiday stuff, to your videos. So at the end of your video, you could throw this up, and then throw your logo right there at the end. And the way you would do that was you use this at the bottom. Let me adjust this here so you can see it. Has stickers. When you hit the stickers, you can go in and you can go to, on the right up here, your photos. Let's go add that Dubro photo. And then as you can see, it's on the screen. You can adjust it. Hit click, and you can see now where it says custom. And you can adjust the size of it here as I'm doing now, so it'll show up more in on the graphic that you're using. Merry Christmas, Dubro, and you could put in. Let me get back here. Sticker. Close that. No. Well, I accidentally exit out of it, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. You got this here that you can use as a countdown. You can put it at the start of your videos, a lot like what I've done here. So that's what I'm, you could do there. We get back to the iPhone show. Or, I mean, so there's all kinds of different, as you can see, there's quite a few. Got a Halloween. There's your countdown. Pretty cool countdown. Full screen. Now, this is one of those programs that when you're saving stuff, so let's save something. You have to look at this. Now, it'll export it at 480K for the free version. So you have to pay to get the higher resolution. So depending on what you're expecting, I'm not going to pay for it. So I would just download it at 480 and then bring it in and spread it out. Well, it's going to pixelate a little bit, but when you look at the analytics, probably 80% of the people that watch your videos watch them from your iPhone anyway. So you don't have to have an extremely high resolution for things to be watched and observed. But in recap, I want to go over just a couple more things here with you. That was intro aid. Okay. I wanted to show you these scroll credits again now that I have this here. This is something that you could do, and you save it in different formats: 4.3, 16.9. You can hit preview, and you can see the credits scrolling. If you wanted to add something like that to the end of your shows, especially guys that pre-record their shows and they know all the details. When I was doing my shows last year, okay, you can see right there, that was episode 2, number 8. Then I included my sponsors at the end for each of the shows. I mean, so you can really add a lot of information for people to look at. So that's a cool program. And that's called Scroll Credits. Crop Zoom. So let's say you wanted to take a video, like here's one of Beth, and you wanted to make it into something that you wanted to use for like reels, for the reel format, because you're recording everything in maybe a 16:9 format for like looking at a big screen TV. You could take this and you can move it to where you want it to adjust it, and that way you can get the video that you want. And you just go up there and you crop it and save it. And you might even do it with small videos. That way you can include them in the reels and build something pretty elaborate. This video maker program was the one that I was telling you about, that you could take graphics and build slideshows. So you could take and you could all these graphics per chance and build a slideshow with it. And you can see here what I did before was I took and I built a veterans show, and then I built a slideshow and added some video music to it for the veterans salute that I do during my Veterans Day shows. So pretty cool. You know, that way you have something that you can add flair to when you're doing a salute, and you don't have video, but you can build a video for it using graphics. Oh, there's your add music. I got a video convert, so I can change the formats maybe from .mov to .mp4. I've been using this Vixer program here lately, trying to do more reels. So you can see where I was playing with my boy Brian, working on a graphic here, and that information on it's inaccurate but the dates are, it's just going to be $100 for the event. Make sure you go to Tourney X, guys. Make sure you are planning your schedules for the Paddle and Fin 2-day tournament down at Dale Holla on April 22nd and 23rd. I know a bunch of us guys from West Virginia will be there, along with all the Paddle and Fin Network guys from all over the nation. All the guys from Tennessee will be back. I know the Tennessee club will be, one or two of the Tennessee clubs will be there. I'm pretty sure you can go to our Tourney X page and look at all the information on there about lodging from Eastport Marina. And if you have any questions, you can still reach out to Richard DeVries. He can give you details on the costs for the houseboat. The past couple of years, I think it was $50 a night, but I don't know what it will be for this year. I haven't found out yet. But you'll expect to, I would say, between 40 and 75 people there for this event. Should be a great time. Great food at the marina, at the resort mess hall. You can tell the old military guy, but the resort cantina that they have there. It's really nice, right on the water. But I hope you guys will bring yourselves to come down there. Thank you for tuning in. For the guys that stopped in to watch the Saturday edition of the Rusty Hook podcast, I wanted to come up while I was at my son's using something that had a little bit better connection on a high-speed internet. Here in West Virginia, we don't have the best, but he's in a bigger area, and I was able to use his home stream studio to get things done. Anyway, I'm going to log off and let everything catch up, and hopefully it will.